Hello guys, and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video. I'm RoyalMixGaming, and today we're going to be talking about the Desert KVK that has been popped for certain kingdoms. And just as an FYI, we have registered for Heroic Anthem, and I'll show you our timeline here real fast before I start the rest of the video. What I'm going to talk about in this video is Desert KVK and kind of what can be changed about it that would make it a lot better KVK. I'm going to talk about what I like about the KVK, what I don't like, and then what change would I make to make it a better KVK. And it's a very simple change. So real quick, this is going to be our timeline for KVK. So our registration, it was today or the day before on the 21st of February. We have matchmaking. Eve of the Crusaders in March on the 3rd. And then we're going to have on the March 9th, which I believe is a Wednesday, we're going to be entering the Lost Kingdom on that reset. My goal is to live stream on that reset, which would be on the 10th, like at reset. So I'll be live streaming on that day, trying to just show me getting the crystal stuff on my main account and what kind of tech I'd be pushing once I get my crystals from the bundles and things like that. And then we can just kind of hang out and ask questions about stuff, about crystal tech, about the new KVK, and anything else you guys want to discuss or talk about. I would just chill out, and I'm going to try to figure out how to play music on the stream and kind of just in general try to hang out and have some fun. So on the 9th of March at reset, on that Wednesday afternoon and night for me, you guys can go ahead and tune into that if you would like to. So I'm going to go ahead and get on with this video. So for Desert KVK, as most of you know, it's basically a big map where in the, I don't even want to say the desert area, which is this light brown area, you can't teleport into it, and you're basically stuck in your starting zone until the Pass 4 opens, and then you go ahead and take all of these there's little camps here, these fortresses. You take these fortresses one at a time, and then I can't remember what these are called offhand, the Colossus are open up later at a different time. They obviously haven't opened. This Pass 4 has already opened. It's 1412's KVK. So I've watched kind of how it's going to start out. And basically what happens is Pass 4 opens. For whichever side you have to go on or whichever direction you go, you're basically marching all the way to grab these fortresses. And you're going to go from one to the next, which is over this direction somewhere, like 5 to 10 minutes away. Not exactly sure, like the next one's right here, so it's like 5 to 10 minute walk from like over here to over here, and you're gonna keep just marching in a straight line, grabbing each one of these, swarming it down. We watched 1412 just basically swarm down the fortresses, and you're gonna keep walking this way until you eventually collide with your enemy midway somewhat, but this is a very long way across. As you can see, I scroll all the way across. I would say the overall travel time from side to side is probably close to an hour, maybe 45 minutes, depends on what you're doing. So you're not going to really actually fight your opponent for close to 30 minutes after the pass opens, which is an extremely long period of time to not fight. And even in Heroic Anthem, it's only like 10 to 15 minutes. And by the time you get smashed, you get sent back and you can TP in and you can continue fighting much, much closer to each other until the flags touch. So in this KVK, you cannot build flags in this zone either. So basically you're just marching all the way across to engage your enemy. That is the thing I do not like about this one, is that you have a very long march time and there is no way to teleport into any of these areas. The things I do like about this KVK is there's healing potions that help you heal your troops, saves you resources and speed ups. I also like the prestige system, which gives you points towards kills, which I think gives you healing potions in the grand scheme of things, maybe gives you other rewards depending on your rank at the end of KVK. I'm not entirely sure because like I said, I'm not in this KVK, so I don't have any screenshots of that stuff. But I do like that because instead of doing honor points for bigger rewards for season Conquest coins, like the gold coins that you have, I can show you real fast what they look like if you don't know what they look like offhand. To get these coins, you have prestige points that you get to get one of these for, I think, top 20, you get one of these coins, which is a little bit different than that. In the Heroic Anthem and stuff, you usually do honor points, which is killing barbs, but this is more fighting other players. So like I said, it's a long march time. I don't like that. Prestige and the healing potions is what I like. I also like this KVK is more focused on fighting than it is about the bastions and stuff, because at the end of the day, it's more about you fighting your opponent than it is about getting to the bastions, because there's no support skills in this KVK. Obviously, getting your production speed on your crystal tech is better, but one other thing I don't like is I believe that you can march all the way across to your other side and take your other right in front of your opponent's pass 4. You can kind of take these on the way on the other side of the map, because you can see 1412 is all the way over here, and that's right in front of the pass for this other camp over here, which I assume is their enemy, but I don't know offhand. And they can go all the way across, and you can basically lock in your opponent at the start. I think, as far as I know, unless there's some other way, which they can push out because it's such a far long walk, they can push out at this. Once you have those other zones open, you can definitely push out probably. But I don't like that you can go all the way across and basically enclose your opponent somewhat. It's a little difficult to defend, but you could basically walk all the way across and hold them there if you do. Because one other thing I forgot to mention is these fortresses, after you take them, have a 30-minute timer, protection timer between each one that you do. So basically they're giving you plenty of time to walk all the way to these fortresses, to the next fortress, and then fight. Basically is what they're giving you enough time to do. Or walk all the way back 20 minutes and then walk the 20 minutes back to go for the next fight. And I really dislike the amount of marching in this KVK. So what's the change that I would make, that I think they should make, Liv and whoever does the developing? The one change I would like them to change is simply letting us teleport. So they can keep the general thing and all that you guys kind of know, where this person is a general here, they direct the troops, can only launch rallies. All they have to do and change is make these ability to teleport. So all you'd have to do is whatever range this has, I can't see offhand because I'm not in this KVK, is just allow people to teleport to these and reduce the protection time on these to like 5 minutes. So after you take it, it gives you like a 5-minute timer, it bubbles up, and it allows people to port over here, and then whoever's like the aggressor and attacking them doesn't have to wait very long to attack them. It gives people enough time to port in and defend it, but not enough time that it's like 30 minutes that you're not having to march really far. Anyway, I think that would really give a much more fighting-oriented KVK to this, because you simply are getting closer to the fight. People want to be able to port in, fight, and then port back to the starting zone, or port back to wherever's safe so they can go offline and go to sleep, go to work, do whatever they have to do. I think that is the only change they really need to make to this KVK, because otherwise, like I said, I like the prestige and the healing potions and how they do some rankings and some of the other rewards in this KVK and all that. Only other thing they may want to change is being able to walk all the way across the map and to take your opponent's stuff right in front of their pass. I would probably do it where only certain ones open up, like all these ones on the side going to each of our opponents on all the sides would be open first, and then they open up some of these other ones later, so you can't just walk all the way across your opponent's side and take their stuff from them. That would be the only other change that I would do, is be able to teleport to these fortresses, and then only having certain ones open for a certain period of time, so that like you can't just do, like I said, go to their pass, so they could actually get out here. So you just have these right here straight across open, and then the ones over here somewhere are unlocked later on in the KVK, so that you can only go a certain direction. I don't know how they would do that, but I think that being able to get really close to your opponent like that's not fair, especially with the way they've done it. I get it so that you can march a really long period of time, but they'd have to edit how they have these positioned or something to make that work. But that would be the two main changes I think to this KVK that they could do, and would make this a lot more fun and have a lot more people register for it, because it's more fighting-oriented KVK. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just tune in for that live stream on the 10th or the 9th of March, which is a Wednesday at Reset. And I'll see you guys on the next one.